Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you've been following along with this series, we have been making this gorgeous sewing themed journal, and we have been using this gorgeous sewing bird paper pad. It's by Tilda. It's just full of the most gorgeous papers, and we have been using that. It also had pages with these beautiful die cut pieces, so we have been using those as well. This journal is going to be for a giveaway, which it's almost completed, so we're going to be obviously kind of then doing a final flip through and announcing the details of the giveaway and how to enter. So yeah, let's kind of crack on because I'm trying to keep this video to half an hour. So the journal is actually complete. We completed it in the last episode. Really thrilled with how it looks. So all I want to do now is literally create one or two tags to kind of pop in it, and then it will be done. I'm not going to pop tags on every single page because I would like to leave some things for whoever wins it, so that they can kind of, you know, tailor it to their own, you know, how they want it. But we will just kind of create one or two more. So you know, if I kind of show you, we've just popped in this little kind of insert, which we've just added one or two embellishments to, and we've just literally done kind of one or two. So just trying to find one of the others that we've done. This one here, which again we've just added some bits and bobs down there. So literally just going to create one or two things to slip in, and then we're going to be done. So I'm just going to kind of move it to one side slightly. So what I did before obviously coming along, I have just created an envelope here, which I just thought coordinated quite nicely with the journal. Now again, I've got my books piled pretty high so that the camera's quite high, hopefully getting everything in. So when I move things to one side, they're probably not in frame anymore. So what I'm going to do with this envelope is literally just kind of pop on maybe one or two little things to decorate it, and then that will be it basically for that. So just going to kind of have a look and see what might look pretty, might look good, you know, so that it kind of coordinates nicely with the journal. I have obviously got various little elements on here, so if I bring these things kind of along, we had this little chipboard which I obviously almost forgot about, so actually that looks rather sweet on there. So what we might do is kind of do it more like this and then just create a little paper clip. So let's have a look. So what we could do is pop on kind of one or two little elements. Now these are the printable elements that I just did to kind of help fill the journal when my supplies were kind of running lower. They weren't kind of running out, but obviously I was getting panicky about using up the paper pad, even though that was kind of the original thought process when kind of coming along and doing the video. So I'll just cut round here like that. Oops. Just cut around like that. Because I just wonder whether we could kind of pop this onto the envelope somewhere and it might look quite sweet. So I just cut around it. So hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone had a nice bank holiday weekend. I did launch my Swan Lake kit yesterday. So thank you very much to those people who very kindly commented, saying that they like the kit and things. I did have a lot of fun making it. Now what I'm going to do, I want to cut out this kind of centre bit, so I'm going to probably cut it here and then kind of go in like that. I hope this is going to work. Just because obviously I'm not so skilled with the craft knife, so I just wanted to get rid of kind of some of that white. just go round like that. There we go. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So we can pop that on like that. So might just have that like that, and then what we could do is kind of have this as a kind of stopper, or I did see a big flower somewhere. We could have that as the stopper, which maybe might be nice. So what I'll do, I'm just going to glue this down. Now again, if you've been following along with this process, I haven't been distress inking any of these papers or coffee dyeing them. I just wanted to let the pages really speak for themselves and the images speak for themselves, because it really is the most gorgeous paper pad, and I didn't really feel it kind of needed actually, you know, distress inking or anything else. So just pop that like that, and then we can obviously have this as a little tuck for the flap of the envelope. So I'm just going to literally pop some glue on there. Again, I hope that I am still in frame, and then oops, kind of pop that down like that. That looks pretty, and then we could pop some lace on just to kind of finish the envelope off. Could just pop, just having a look. Or we could have the lace, I guess, on the other side. Although, no. Let's have a look. Just going to untuck that just in case it was kind of in danger of being glued down. Perhaps some of this lace is a little bit too chunky, so what I might do is leave it. I could pop a little flower on somewhere. So I've got these purple ones, which we have used in one or two places in the journal already. And I have obviously plugged my hot glue in, so we could just kind of have it like that. Or you see, I found that irritating, if you could see that little thread hanging there. So I have to cut that off. Or we could have it up there. I prefer it down here, I think, in contrast to that pink flower. So just literally pop that on there like that. Oops. And my glue gun won't stand up. Oh, stand up, will you? No. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. Obviously the wire is now kind of not at a very good angle for standing up. There we go. Managed to kind of balance it. Right, I'm going to untuck that again so as it doesn't kind of get glued down. So we've got this envelope, and what we could do is make a little card to go inside it. So just having a look, I have got this, which again, this was one that I just kind of made up and printed out just so as I had some extra things for the journal. So that just would slot in quite neatly. So I might do that. And then what I'll do, I will just pop something on there to kind of again tie everything together. So perhaps we'll pop on a bit too colourless, maybe this blue sewing machine from here. That's okay. I have to cut this out like this. Sorry, I should have really cut these things out before coming on, but obviously I hadn't really kind of decided what I was actually going to be doing. So this is just very much kind of winging it at the moment. I did quite a few videos this morning. I haven't uploaded them yet, but hopefully I will start uploading them, you know, later on today probably. So I'm just sorry, somebody just came in the room. My son just came in and he's obviously trying to signal something to me, but he's gone now. I don't know what he was actually trying to say. Right, let me cut this out. Now this is not going to be quite so forgiving if I do not make a neat job of this, because obviously it's quite a distinctive colour difference to what I'm gluing it on, so maybe it won't look good enough to actually glue down. We'll see. It does look okay. So I'm going to glue this literally onto here like that. Oops. So we'll just pop some glue on here. Yes, I did some videos this morning. There was a journal. It was the brightly coloured journal that I did a process video of that was kind of very similar to my travel journal. So I did that one. And obviously I've got to list that in my shop. And then I also did a couple of videos of a couple more digital things that I have got prepped and popped into my shop. So I will see kind of when I will be able to actually kind of upload those videos, but hopefully kind of at least one of them today. So we'll have to kind of see. So that's that. Just going to pop that to one side. I need to put it somewhere I will spot it. And then I've just got these scraps of paper here. So what I'm going to do is actually kind of, I might just actually glue them together so that they're the same on the back and the front, like that. Just having a look whether I've got anything better to kind of back it with. Don't think I have. I think I'll put into this, which is kind of this buff colour on the rear side. Perhaps I will do that. So I'm just going to literally again take my glue all around there. Oops. And then pop it on. Get my card that I like to use, kind of spreading the glue like that. And then what we'll do, just cut around it like that. And like this. Yes, I'm super excited about some of my digital items. So, you know, hopefully kind of you'll all share my excitement when you kind of see them. Hopefully you'll all think they're yummy and really nice. Just going to pop that to one side. There's some kind of what will be die cuts, you know, once they're cut out, which I'm very excited by because I love my die cut packs that I buy. So hopefully they're kind of going to work a bit like that. I have actually been working on a journal using some already since this morning, so yeah, hopefully you'll kind of all really like them too. And I might just kind of do this like this, then I might just use this as a tab and possibly a bit of lace underneath there like that. So that looks pretty, I think. So I'm just going to glue this down. And then this one actually, just going to kind of snip it like that. So we've got a kind of nicer shape to the edge. Just glue it on. I am kind of kneeling up, but I will have a bit of a look actually. Just check that I am in frame, because that would be annoying if I had done this to find I wasn't actually in frame at all. And then what I'm going to do, let me just pop another glue stick in my hot glue there. Okay, might pop this little flower. Feels thick, as if I've got 2 flowers here, but maybe I've only got 1. Okay, I'm going to just pop that on the bottom like that. And then here, just going to pop on a bit of hot glue, just, you know, just purely for speed, basically. Pop the lace down like that. My glue seems stringier than ever for some reason this last few days, so I don't know why that is. Sometimes it's stringier than others, and I don't know whether it depends on the temperature outside or, you know, the temperature in the room. I'm not really sure, but definitely very stringy, and I'm now literally covered in threads of hot glue. Literally all over me, so let me pick some of that off. I'm very excited because my favourite kind of shop is a shop here called The Range, which I'm sure anybody, you know, crafters in the UK will share my love of The Range. We have a shop called Hobbycraft, but it's generally quite pricey in there. The Range is much more reasonable budget, you know, so it's a much better shop. They have obviously far less in the way of selection of craft things, because Hobbycraft obviously is an actual craft shop, where The Range is a kind of general store with a craft section, if you know what I mean. But The Range is definitely my preferred shop, because, you know, it has a lot more better value items. But our closest one was about 25 miles away, which actually wasn't too bad, because previously our closest one was about 40 miles away. So I think we've had the one that was about 25 miles away a little while now, a couple of years. So we were, you know, already much better off. Sorry, I was just looking for some buttons for inside this flower, but I can't seem to actually find any as yet. So I might just instead pop this tiny flower here just beside it. That's fine. Yeah, so we're a lot better off than we used to be, without a doubt. But, you know, still not as good as we could have been. Just pop those to one side. And then I also have got this, which I'm going to use. So I'm just going to cut this out while I waffle on. So The Range was what I was saying. So absolutely love it. And, you know, yeah, try and go there really quite frequently. It's where I buy my glue and things like that. But, you know, was a bit of a trek, and kind of would try and tie it in at weekends with something else over in that direction. We've just had one open by us literally last Friday, I think it was. So exciting to have a range. I went to the opening. It opened on the Friday at 9 o'clock, and I went to it. So I was so excited. I literally could not wait. And it did not disappoint. Sometimes where we are, we get not the best version of things, I suppose you would say, because we're quite a small town, and so lots of the premises are quite small, so often our version of shops are not great. You know, they're not the best, because obviously they're very small shops still. Now I'm just going to snip this round, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to cut this winder off, because you know, I don't want to have to fussy cut around that, so I'm just going to cut that off. And then just cut around the handle. Yes, we don't get the best, because sometimes the shop premises are very small to make a really good version of a shop. However, our version of the range, it was what was called British Home Stores, which I was disappointed when that closed, because it was a home version of the shop of British Home Stores, which was a lovely, lovely shop. They used to sell lovely bedding and things like that. It's been empty for a little while, but it has now been taken over and opened as a range. Oh my gosh, I could not be more thrilled. And it was a really nice version of the range. It's got an upstairs, it's really quite bright and spacious in there. Actually, I'm just going to cut the handle off. You know, which again, sometimes the range, you know, they can sometimes be a bit dingy and kind of on the small side, or a bit dark and dismal. Nope, it's really lovely, it's really spacious, it's really bright and light and airy, and wow, I'm just so thrilled. And best still, obviously not at the moment, but when my ankle is better, we will be able to actually bike to it or walk to it from our house. It would be probably about a 20-minute walk, but a 5-minute bike ride. So I am thrilled beyond anything. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits. Yeah, very, very excited. So that's probably the most exciting thing that I've been actually up to. Because obviously I haven't really kind of been doing an awful lot, because I've been trying to rest my ankle. So yeah, very, very excited by that. Right, let's have a look. And then I might just pop a little flower on here, just to kind of finish this off. Oops. Like that. And then I might just pop, I want that on there. Yeah. Have it going like that. Wonder if we need a bit of lace on there. Let's just have a look. Oops. Right, I'm just going to cut this piece of lace to size, and then I can decide where I want it. So it looks really sweet down the bottom, I think, actually. Even though my initial thought was to have it at the top, I think I'm going to swap and have it at the bottom. Yes, so no longer do I have to traipse kind of 25 miles away to get my, you know, my card and my glue and things. We have a shop right near us, which is fantastic. I'm really, really pleased. So that was kind of my excitement. And so aside from that, obviously it was bank holiday, so, you know, kind of obviously just doing things with the family. You know, nothing exciting. There we go. Right, that's one side. Put that like that. Okay, so I'm going to check the time. We are up to 24 minutes. So I think kind of the time is going to dictate that we are finished. So what I'm going to do is literally just take my little bits that I've just created and slot them into the journal somewhere. So we've got a few different ones here. We've got this tag also that we created during one of the other process videos. So I might just slot this one in here in the front. I might leave this one empty because I don't want all of my things in the front, if you see what I mean. If then you go through the journal and then there's nothing much at the back. So I might just pop this envelope here, which actually I forgot, but we've got this little stopper like that. So that's rather nice. And then this tag here. Oh, it's such a big decision, isn't it? I might just slot in here. Oh no, I'm not, because that's actually too tall for that. So I might just pop it in here. That's quite nice. And then we've just got literally just this one left. Now obviously this needs to be something quite big because this is a large piece, unless we fold it, which we could do. So we'll see. We could have it in there and then we don't need to fold it. So that's kind of perfect. So that is the journal complete, because as I say, I want to leave it kind of, you know, with some room for a bit of personalization for whoever wins it. So I'm going to come back and do a complete flip through of this journal with obviously details of how to enter the giveaway. So that's kind of it for now, and I will see you shortly with details of how to enter. So thanks very much. If you've followed along with the series, thank you, and yeah, have a great day everyone. Thanks a lot. Bye.